On Emily in Paris Season 3, nothing is as it seems. In the second season finale, when Gabriel and Camille decided to live together once more, Emily was forced to put on a brave face and deny her feelings for Gabriel. Throughout the third season, Emily suppresses her love for Gabriel in favor of pursuing a romance with Alfie, a man who moved to Paris for work and befriended Gabriel without being aware of Emily's previous relationship with her attractive next-door neighbor. Gabriel and Camille's romance is strained in the meantime. As Antoine steps back, he devotes himself to his restaurant, which he is finally able to open in his image, while Camille covertly devotes herself to Sophia, an artist from her gallery. When Emily had to choose between working for Madeleine and returning to Chicago or working for Sylvie and staying in Paris at the end of the second season, she took the choice that was most in accordance with her persona. She chose not to. Before settling into her new life in Paris, Emily stayed in both worlds until they both imploded. She stayed on to eventually rejoin Julien and Luc at Sylvie's new marketing agency. After that, the company found it difficult to establish itself as a new company, in part because they lost Pierre Cadot to a corporate monster that didn't share our cherished Parisian group's principles. The season's major developments for everyone culminate in a few unexpected incidents in the penultimate episode. Following Emily's irritation that Alfie's family is unaware of her, Emily and Alfie make their relationship Instagram official. Gabriel and Camille are engaged, but Gabriel is unaware that Camille has been cheating on him with a gallery woman. Gabriel and Antoine decide that Antoine should step down from the restaurant and become a silent partner, allowing Gabriel to alter the name and finally realize his long-cherished ambition. Following the Pierre Cadot incident, Mindy's boyfriend Nicholas and Emily are at odds. Nicholas forces Emily to leave the party honoring Mindy Ashley Park and her last night at the jazz club. In the end, there are a lot of unresolved mysteries in the concluding episode, which differs significantly from other season finals we've seen. Probably because the show had already received approval for a second season. Let's break down Emily in Paris Season 3 finale. As the episode opens, Emily visits Gabriel's newly renamed and opened restaurant after getting the idea from his visiting grandmother. When Emily accepts Gabriel's invitation to come inside, Gigi warms up to her right away and offers to be her grandma in France if Emily is missing her own. Gigi becomes icy when Camille enters, making it apparent that she disapproves of her grandson's choice of spouse. The awkwardness of the situation is further emphasized when Camille invites Emily and Alfie to their engagement celebration on Saturday at her parents' chateau in Champagne. But as always, Emily decides to ignore the uncomfortable and stand with her pals. Emily isn't sure of what to do after an embarrassing encounter with Camille and Sophia, who were fighting at a restaurant with Mindy. Emily made the decision to keep quiet and avoid getting in the way of Camille and Gabriel's relationship again when she witnessed Camille kissing Sophia on the rooftop. Mindy supported this choice. This time, Mindy tells Emily that since they're getting married, things are different and she shouldn't remain silent anymore. Luc's ex-girlfriend Marianne is actually an inspector with the authority to run a restaurant with a Michelin star. Emily learns at the office after spending time with Gabriel a few weeks earlier and learning about his lifelong dream. She broke up with Luc, sadly, because he wasn't discreet about it, which is how Julien found out to tell Emily in the first place, but the mention prompts him to get in touch and make plans for her to go to the restaurant opening. Emily and Alfie are welcomed with open arms as they arrive at the engagement party in Champagne. The news that Emily has started a new relationship and Camille has found her ideal partner has delighted Camille's parents, especially her mother. Emily finally confronts Camille about their secret relationship, which only makes her appear distressed and hesitant. In essence, Camille instructs Emily to mind her own business before departing to rejoin the celebration. But in a shocking turn of events, Gabriel and Camille decide to get married there at the party in front of all of their loved ones. With the exception of Gabriel's grandma Gigi, who is once again feeding Inspector Marianne and Luc while working in the kitchen. Marianne is even more impressed with the food and suggests that Gabriel will soon receive a Michelin star. Luc shares this information with Emily right away, and Marianne does the same for Gabriel. Before softly departing, Camille silently observes the two of them as they experience this moment of perfect contentment together. Gabriel makes his commitment to Camille later at the on-site chapel, but she breaks it midway. Finally confronting the issue at hand, she declares to everyone present that Emily and Gabriel have been in love ever since she arrived in Paris. Camille admits that she coerced Emily into making a deal not to be with Gabriel, a pact that, because she yearned so strongly to be with Gabriel, she had no intention of keeping. The moment Camille's mother tries to stop her, Camille replies that she can no longer live through her and walks out, leaving everyone in a state of shock. Unfortunately for Emily, Alfie is there and hears Camille's explanation. As a result, he finally comprehends the circumstance. He departs from Emily after informing her that no one would pick anybody else before Camille. She tries to fight it for a split second, but she knows it's true, so she lets him go. Gabriel approaches Emily as she is sitting outside the shadow, attempting to process everything that has just happened. It appears like they are now getting their chance to spend time together and explore the chemistry they have always felt. However, in Emily in Paris style, I have one more shocking revelation to make. Because Camille is expecting, Gabriel has suddenly been interested in getting married, opening up his own restaurant with a vision, and having children. When will these two get a break? Since the start of the series, Julian has had trouble dealing with Emily's excessive approach to work. Because Emily frequently interrupts presentations to pitch her unanticipated and unplanned ideas to the clients, Julian, who is in the position most closely linked to her own, has suffered despite his seniority in the company and the industry. As of the conclusion, he's had enough. Sylvie had already been requested to take action, but she didn't seem to take his concerns seriously. When Emily does it once more, Julian has a brief outburst during the meeting, which causes Sylvie to finally express her concern about the situation and for Emily to see her folly. It seems like too little, too late, as Julian appears to contact one of the headhunters he earlier mentioned to Sylvie, who are continuously on the lookout for his expertise. Could Emily taking all the attention break up this marketing quartet? Mindy feels enraged with her current partner after Alfie tells her about what Nicholas did to Emily at her party the other night. Before leaving Gabriel's opening to confront Nicholas, she gives Emily a hug and promises to make things right. Because he is not permitted to treat her closest friend and family in this manner, Mindy asks of Nicholas that he improve himself and adjust his attitude toward Emily. After what Emily did to Pierre, Nicholas says it's tough for him to be around her, but Mindy won't listen. He is given the choice: accompany her to the engagement party and make amends to Emily, or the relationship is over. Because she is still at the flat waiting for Nicholas on the day of the party, Mindy arrives at Champagne late. A knock at the door gives her optimism, even though she texts him hours later saying she understands he made his decision. Benoit, her ex-boyfriend, has arrived with some very important news for Mindy and her former band, which is both unfortunate and good. Benoit and Mindy fought earlier in the season when he wouldn't allow them to use their song for an advertisement. He now admits that the reason was actually that he had submitted it to Eurovision for consideration, and they had been formally approved. Although Mindy's position at the jazz club may have ended, it appears like her career is set to take off. Nicholas reaches out to Mindy after learning this wonderful news to let her know he's prepared to make things right. She says it's too late for them to go to the champagne celebration, but Nicholas offers an alternative means of transportation that can speed up the trip: his helicopter. While Mindy ultimately departs with Nicholas, Benoit's return seems to hint to a prospective reunion for the couple since their worlds are once again brought together. Sylvie and her husband Laurent Tarnot-Binard have been gradually rekindling their romance ever since their work trip to Antoine's chateau. Although they've never had problems in bed, the rest of their relationship has put them to the test and caused tension. Things appear to be going well today when Laurent showed up on their anniversary to escort Sylvie to the opera. However, their relationship is hampered by Laurent's dislike of the city, which was shown in the second season. So, there will be a significant adjustment soon. Laurent tells Sylvie that he has a very wealthy investor on board and plans to open a Laurent G Club in Paris as a partner to his club in Saint-Tropez. Laurent will therefore be present in the city to attempt a real marriage after decades of merely having one on paper. When Sylvie finds out that the investor is Louis Leon, the head of JVMA, Nicolas' father, her excitement immediately wanes. The totality of Sylvie and Louis' horrific history was hinted at earlier in the season when they met, but we haven't yet learned everything. Will this put her marriage in jeopardy? When Emily in Paris returns, so much is uncertain for Emily and her friends. What's the next step for them? Can they ever take a break to relax and appreciate their lives? While some of the revelations are intriguing, others look downright horrifying.